Thank you for joining me on Positively Pierce. In this video, I'm going to talk about what inspired me this week. Not so much a what as it is a who. Dwayne Johnson, you probably know him as I knew him as The Rock, inspired me this week and really just pushed me a little bit harder to keep going and moving through the things that I had to get done. What inspired me about him was his work ethic and his general attitude. So Dwayne wakes up at 4 a.m. every morning and he works out, and then he has breakfast, and then he works out again. And by that time it's about 6 a.m. Dwayne does this so that he's worked out twice before anyone else is even awake. Why he does this is because he's not going to let anyone else outwork him. He wants to work out twice before anyone else is even awake for the day. So a bit more about Dwayne. He has a production company, and the name of all his businesses that stem off that are $7, because when he came to mainland America from Hawaii, all he had in his pocket was $7. Most people will tell you to forget your hardest times, to let them go, focus on what's ahead and the now. But he said what motivates him to be the best he can be and to be better than everyone else is remembering his hardest times, and they were pretty hard. He said when he was growing up, he watched his parents' devastation as their car was repossessed. Dwayne's original goal and dream was to play American football, and he finally made it onto the team, but just before his first game he was cut from the team and he was devastated. Then Dwayne went on to WWE, into the world of wrestling, and he now says it's often the one thing that you don't get that's often the best thing to ever happen to you. He then met with some agents and wanted to go into performance and acting. And as he sat with the table of agents, he told them he wanted to have a career like Will Smith's, but bigger and better. And he said they all looked at him like he had 3 heads. But he went on to achieve that. He does comedy, he does action, he's got his own companies. I'm not exactly sure who is bigger and better out of Dwayne and Will. Will Smith is another person who inspires me, and I will be making a video on him. But he went on to have an amazing career, and that's all that matters. I just kind of discovered Dwayne this week. It was a random YouTube video that popped up in my, suggested videos list, and was a compilation of all other amazing people, and he was in there, and I was like, wow, when he was, saying these things that I'm telling you now. When I was tired this week, and I have so many things to do, my to-do list is about that long, it's very long, and I would think, I'm like, Dwayne wakes up at 4 a.m. to work out twice before anyone else is even awake, because no one else is going to outwork him. I'm like, now you listen here, Jessie, you get up and you just finish one more thing. Just do that now. I thought back to that, and that's how Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, inspired me this week. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't, let me know by giving it a thumbs down. And if you'd like to support me, it would be amazing if you could subscribe to my channel. I hope you all had an amazing week, and I'll see you next time.